Arson attacks and chaos in Mexico after the death of El Mencho. Violence surged across Mexico after security forces killed Nemesio Rubén Oseguera Cervantes, widely known as El Mencho, the leader of the powerful Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG. His death, confirmed by the Mexican military following an operation in the state of Jalisco, marked a major blow against one of the country's most formidable criminal organizations, but ignited a widespread backlash. Immediate violent response. Almost immediately after news of El Mencho's death spread, cartel-affiliated operatives and supporters launched coordinated arson attacks, highway blockades, and violent reprisals in several regions of Mexico. Burning of vehicles and businesses. Across Jalisco, Guanajuato, Michoacán, Quintana Roo, and other states, armed groups set vehicles, buses, and even commercial properties on fire in attempts to disrupt traffic and challenge security operations. In tourist hubs like Puerto Vallarta, public buses were torched and plumes of thick smoke were visible over city centers. Roadblocks and narcobloqueos. Armed men used burning vehicles to block major highways and surface streets, a tactic known as narcobloqueos, in an effort to slow or divert military and police movements. These blockades caused major travel disruptions and forced the suspension of several intercity bus routes. Targeting of infrastructure. Apart from vehicles, reports detailed arson attacks on petrol stations, stores, pharmacies, and supermarkets, as well as cases of damage to banks and other infrastructure. In Leon, in the state of Guanajuato, the attacks were severe enough that local authorities reported empty streets and many businesses temporarily closing. Dozens of suspects have since been arrested in that city after police seized fuel containers and worked to curb additional fires. Geographic spread and scope. Unlike some previous cartel-related flare-ups that were more localized, current reprisals have spread across at least 6 to 11 states, reflecting the deep territorial reach of CJNG and the scale of coordinated retaliation. Arson attacks and blockades were noted not only in core CJNG strongholds such as Jalisco but also in places far from its base, including Quintana Roo, where several vehicles were set alight on the highway between Cancun and Mérida, prompting heavy police and military response. Civilian impact and precautions. The violent upheaval has had significant effects on civilians and travelers. Travel disruptions, flights in and out of airports in Jalisco, especially in Puerto Vallarta and Guadalajara, were temporarily canceled due to safety concerns. Road closures and blockades have left commuters and truck drivers stranded. Public advisories. Governments, including those of the United States and India, issued warnings to their citizens in Mexico to take shelter, avoid crowds, and limit movement amid the unrest. Schools and services. Some local authorities temporarily suspended public events and in-person classes to reduce risk to students and residents as security operations continued. Context: cartel violence and retaliation. The outbreak of arson and violent attacks follows a long pattern in Mexico's drug war. Past confrontations with federal security forces sometimes triggered similar violent tactics, burning vehicles, blockades, and attacks on infrastructure, as cartels attempt to project strength or disrupt law enforcement efforts. Security analysts caution that eliminating a cartel leader does not immediately end violence. Instead, it can create a power vacuum or internal struggle among competing factions, further fueling instability. Government response and next steps. Federal and state authorities have mobilized military, National Guard, and police units to restore order, clear blockades, and protect civilians. Officials say that while the worst of the unrest has been brought under some control, security remains fragile and additional violent incidents may occur as rival groups jostle for CJNG's territorial control.